start recording. I don't even know if imeanza. Niache kuchanganya. Screen 1. Oh, it's recording, yes. I hope it's recording for real. So first things first, we'll go to our terminal, and then we check that Python is installed. It's installed. Let's exit. To exit from the Python shell, you do that. We're going to check if Django is installed. Nothing. Django version, nothing. So Django is not installed. So we will create a folder called Django blog, and then we cd into that folder, Django blog, and then we open it with the code editor. That
Tunaona hiyo tutorial inakwambia tu ati uifungue na code editor, but haikwambii the command.
Oh, it doesn't tell you which code editor. Okay, yeah, you
the
can
command, not
the command.
yeah.
No, if you already have the code editor installed, like for example, I can come to the code editor here. Okay, assuming I want to use another code editor like Sublime Text, I will click it, and then I go to File, and then I say Open Folder, and then I go and open the folder I've created, which is this. I open it like that, and then it opens in that code editor. Let's close this one, and then it opens it like this. If I wanted to open it with Visual Studio Code and I don't know the command, I'll come to Visual Studio Code, I open it, and then once it opens, I go to File, Open Folder, and then I select the folder I want to open, which is Django Girls, and then I open it just like that. Opening it from the command line is just a shortcut, but you can also use this. Since we're even using the terminal, let's use Sublime Text so that you don't get confused. So the tutorial we are using is Django Girls. I'm just trying to follow it since it's the one you're already using. So we've only created a folder, so we go to activating our virtual environment. So inside our folder, so we'll copy this command. This is so far what we've done. We've just done that and open it in a code editor. So we take this, paste it there. Okay, that will create a virtual environment. So if I do dir, I'll see there's another folder created here. So after that, we go back to our code editor. So we've done that. We look for how to activate our virtual environment. So on Windows, you'll do this to activate it. But here, you copy the exact path of where your folder is, of where your main folder is. But on Linux, let's look for the activate. Okay, so on Linux, this is the command you type. So I'm just going back to the terminal. While inside our main folder, I'll paste it there, and then our virtual environment is activated, as you can see here. I'm sticking to English because I'll share this recording with someone who might or who may or may not understand Kiswali. Anyway, so now that our virtual environment is activated, we install Django. So we come to how to install Django. But first, we need to create a requirements.txt file. This will store all the dependencies we've installed. Think of dependencies just simple applications. So I'll create a new file, and then inside that file, I'll say I want Django. I want 3.2.10, and then I'll save that file. So I'll save it inside our folder as requirements.txt. Requirements.txt. And then I save it. So we have our requirements.txt here. So what next after creating that file? We now need to install the requirements. So we run this command. So we go back to the terminal and we paste that command and we run it. So it will go and install that Django, that version of Django, as you can see here.
Okay.
Okay, so Django is installed. Let's type Django. Okay, I think it uses a different name. This would say it's not found. Anyway, so after Django is successfully installed, I'll skip Git here because it's not important right now. Even GitHub not important, so we'll just skip all that.
Mbona hii yako inakaa tofauti?
E tutorial. Okay.
The other one, your Git iko on another chapter.
Oh, on another chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me try this. I think it was this one. Was it this one?
Unatoka from installing Django to what?
Okay, but it's okay. So far, are you following?
To changing settings.
Oh,
To
so far
installing
uko changing settings. Is this the guide you're using?
yeah. That
Okay.
one.
So now that we've installed Django, we need to create an application. Okay, this one I think I may skip. So I'll just use the official Django documentation. So I'll go to djangoproject.com to documentation. And then we are looking for a tutorial. I don't know if it's here. Quick install guide. Set up a database, install Django. So we've installed Django. So let's go to, so here we'll try to copy this. So this command will just tell us if Django is installed. So I'll type that. You see now it's the same version with the one tulieka kwa requirements.txt. So after Django is installed, you now create a project. So here I'm just going to say Django, Django admin, start project, and then I'm going to say Django blog. Let me try to put a period there. It's not a valid project name. Let me call it blog, and then I'll do dir. Okay, so a few things have been added to my project. So you see here blog and manage.py have been added. So after now I've created a project. I'll skip all this, but you can read them if you want. I'll just go straight to this command, and then I type it here. Okay, and then it tells me your project is running on this. Oh, okay. So if I go to the browser and type your address, I can see that Django is installed. Let me go back to here Django girls and see. Okay, let me close a few windows here. Uh-oh. Okay. Ana niliclose hiyo window accidentally. So hawa wanatumia hii. Quite frankly, this is a little
I'm
confusing.
not seeing your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me share again. I'm saying Django girls. Okay, I think I gave you the wrong tutorial. This is too complex. Yeah, this is too complex. This is too complex. But you see, so far tumefika hapa. Now going from there, I think I'll need to find another tutorial. But tumeelewa how to install Django na kuactivate virtual
Yeah, I'm
environment.
good. Hapo yote I'm good. Mpaka hapo kwa settings. Changing settings.
Changing settings.
Hapo
Sasa
ndo
what we'll do is, acha tufanye hivi. Let's find another tutorial yenye ni straightforward, yenye haina story mingi. Let's try real Python.
hapo ndo nimespend time mingi hapo.
Oh yeah. Now this looks easy. Let's try this one. So we'll kill our server. So far tuko hapa na wewe, si ndio?
Yeah.
Now we have our project. Okay, shifting between the code editor na terminal inakuwa kidogo, it's cumbersome. So I'll use Visual Studio Code na nitatumia inbuilt command nini ya Visual Studio Code. So I'll come here na niseme new terminal, and my terminal is here. So we've done this. We've installed our virtual environment. We've activated it. We've installed Django. Now we've started our project. So we have a blog. We have a manage.py, and then we have our settings. This is our settings. And then we've run the server and confirmed that the server is accessible and running. So what should we do next? Let's clean this up. Let's close that too. So now we are here. So we are going to create an application called blog, but already we have the name blog taken. So we'll just say something like, we'll give it a different name. So we come and say Python manage.py start app. What should we call this app? Let's say people. Let's just say people, and you click enter. So once you do that, you will see there is a folder here called people that has been added. It has admin, apps, models, test, and views.py. Now what is the next thing? The next thing we need to do is we need to go into settings. So we are going to go into blog. Now here is the confusing part. There are two commands. There is Django start project, which will create this, and there is Django start app. Inafaa ujue hizo commands mbili zinafanya nini. I think hapo ndo ulikuwa confused kiasi, but yeah. So tutakuja kwa settings ya blog, and then we go straight to installed applications. Let's scroll down to installed applications. Now we've installed an application called people. So I'll just come here and say I've installed an application called people. You can add the way how I may add up a blog config, but just people is fine. And then we scroll chini. So when that is done, we scroll chini, and then we go to people, we go to models. Now models are the database fields. It's like what will store our people information. So in Django, we use a class to define a database table. So here I'm just going to say class people, and then niseme ni models.model. And then inside under people, what are the common things we can have? We can have a name, and then we can, okay, natumia extension ndio inanigeneratea hizi code zote, so I'll just hit tab. Nitakuonyesha hii ni extension gani, inaitwa hivi, write it down, Codium. Codium ina auto generate code. So people or a person will have a name, an email address, a phone number, an address created at blah blah blah, and then we will have another field called to have another field inaitwa nini. People can be, okay, let's say people wako na car, si ndio?
Yeah.
So models.model name, we have the name, and then hapa chini tutasema define string self.name. Now as you sink deeper into Django utaelewa hizi vitu. Don't worry, right now unaweza kuwa confused mbaya sana, but with repetition utakuwa unaelewa what this means. So hapa tumesema we are defining one database table called people, which will store the information about a person. And then under people we have a car which will be connected to the people. So unaona hapa what we are doing, we are saying foreign key people. So tunasema mtu mmoja atakuwa na gari moja ama gari mingi. Umeelewa hadi hapo?
Yeah.
Ngoja kidogo. Natafuta kamba name ya a lady yenye inaanza na MW na si Mwende.
Nikuulizie. NW.
M for mama alafu W.
Okay. Manu. Unajua jina Mkamba yenye inaanza na MW? Mkamba inaanza na MW. Jina yote tu. Dem. Mweni haina U.
Mweni ni MU.
Mweni ni MU. Ni MUE. Haikuji.
Okay, sawa. So so we are here to define our database tables and fields. You do know a thing or two about databases, right?
Yeah.
Now acha to skip hii language yote tusha explain. Okay, we may add the comments because anajenga something that will have comments and whatnot. Now after we've created our tables, we need to now tell Django to pick all these zenye tumedefine hapa and convert them to a database table. So we'll say python manage.py make migrations kwa application inaitwa people, and then it will do its thing. Once it's done, we need to say python manage.py migrate. So here you don't have to worry about the database because Django huwa inakuja na its own default database. Hii kitu unaona hapa db.sqlite. Hii ndio database yetu. So unaona create kuna default databases yenye Django huwa ina create yenyewe, but our two tables are here, people, and we can see here we have the name, email, blah 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 blah, and then tuko na car, and then we have all that. Now hii extension inaitwa, let me look for the name, SQLite. Hii extension inaitwa SQLite editor, so unaweza i-download pia, SQLite 3 editor. So we've made our migrations. Now what next? We need to see our application kwa browser. So let's continue. We've done migration. And now let's create a super user. So we'll copy this command because any website inakuanga na a super user, ule ndio ana move things behind the scene. So we'll copy that command and then say username atakuwa naitwaje, let's say mbadi. Email address, let's say mbadi@mail.com. Password mbadi, yes. Okay, perfect. Now we've created our super user. Let's continue. So now that we've any website inakwanga na the admin interface. Admin interface inamaanisha where the administration will be happening, and that is what you see here. So what we will do is tutaenda kwa inside the admin folder and then tutaandika admin.site no, we need to import our nini, we need to import zenye tumedefine. So I'll say from models import person and car. Then down here I'll say admin.site.register person, and then I'll say admin.site.register, and then I say car. Oh no, our table ilikuwa inaitwa people, not person. That is why ilikuwa ime color white, because it doesn't know what person is. People and car. Now you can add this if you want, but it's not necessary, so we've just added these ones. We now continue. Why is it saying you add it to blog? Okay, it's okay. So once you've done that, we need to run our server. So we'll come here and say python manage.py run server. So we run the server. So it's running at port 8000. So we go to port 8000. Not 300, 8000. So we go to port 8000, and then instead of that we will say /admin, and then while here tutatype hiyo email address yetu yenye tuliweka mbadi, and then we say mbadi, and then hit enter. Oh, mbadi@mail. Kwani what did I? Mbadi. Which email did I use?
Mbadi@mail.
Mbadi. No. Okay, is it still here? mbadi@mail.com. Wait, it doesn't ask for the email, it's asking for the username. Mbadi. Okay. Perfect. So in the admin interface we can now see we have tuko na cars na tuko na people. If you want to add a person, tunaweza enda kwa add people, alafu to add name, email, phone number, address. The same fields zenye tulidefine hapa: name, email, phone, address. Created at, updated at. This is in a peak by default, that's why you don't see them here. So if it is for the car, we go to cars, we type the car name, and then we say hii gari ina belong to who, and then we link them here. I think that's all you need to learn for now.
Sawa, utatumia tutorial.
Hata nitumie tutorial. This one looks better. Anyway, sawa. Hii kitu hata sijui kama ili record, but I'll look at it nione kama ili record.